Here's my array. The last element in ages minus the first element in ages. The total is 90. Created a new array. Added a new age. Last one minus the first one. New total, 37. Enhanced loop. To look at the number in the new ages array, adds the number from the new ages array. The sum from the loop is divided by the length of the array. And we get the average, which is 30. Here's the array. For loop that counts the letters of the elements. Then divides the sum by the letter count to get the average. Number of letters per name. The average number of letters per name is 3. For loop that goes through the array and gets the names and concatenates them with blank names, the length, all the elements, all the names together. How do you access the last element of any array? You put the array dot length minus 1. How do you access the first element of any array? You put array 0 because 0 is the very first element. This is my new array, the name names. This is a for loop that looks at the length of the name arrays, names, and adds the name plus the length. But it's a for loop that goes through the name lengths array and add the lengths of all the names. Name lengths. The sum of all the elements in the name lengths is 23. Takes a string and an int. For loop to go through the number of times and then adds the word and number of times with no space. So on this one, I put 3 and it printed out 3. String first name, string last name. Return first name plus space last name. First name is Elizabeth, last name is Taylor, and it returns Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, so my method is a Boolean. And I had created another method to add up the sum of the array elements. So that's what I'm using over here. I'm calling that method. And the loop looks at the sum of the array that is used. If the sum is greater than 100, it returns true. If the sum is not greater than 100, it returns false. So we're using the ages array. And we're running it. And number 9, it says that the sum is greater than 100. The method takes a double array, the loop through the array and adds the number. That's what this does. Divide the sum of the numbers by the length of the array. The sum of the numbers divided by the length of the array. And here's my double array. This is the average. It's going to take 2 double arrays. I'm using the method from the previous question to calculate the average. It's going to calculate the average of the first array, calculate the average of the second array. It's going to see if the average of the first one is greater than the second one. It's going to return true if it's true, or else it's going to return false. So here I have my first double array. It's going to calculate the average. This is the second array. It's going to calculate the average. And after I ran it, it showed me the first array of double, the average of the second one, and average of the first array is greater than the second array. It's a Boolean. It's hot outside and money in the pocket. If it's hot outside and the money in pocket is greater than 1050, return true, or else return false. So we have true and we have $12. And it returned you can buy a drink. This is the method that I created. Let's find the smallest number in an array. For number in arrays, if number is the smallest equals true. Smallest number in the new ages array, because I'm using the new ages array, is 2.